Q4 by far is the biggest opportunity for Amazon sellers, and if you know what you're doing, the results can be insane. In my first Q4, I turned just $250 in out of pocket costs into $20,000 in profit. So, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I did it and how you can apply my methods to do the exact same thing. Made just under $20,000 in 1 month, as you can see here, December 2022. That was 5 full months after my first sale when I first started in Amazon. Started in July. That was my first sale. I started in June, but my first sale went through in July, and only 5 months later, turned it into a quick 20 ball right here. So I want to show you guys throughout the course of this video exactly how you can do this year, since it's already going to be October when this video comes out, and it's only going to be really 1 to 2 months away from when you can kind of do this exactly yourself. So you can see even just a weekly breakdown here. It did slow down right after Christmas because that is when it typically does slow back down for the holidays. You still get some because people do get money for Christmas, but I did this only by paying out of pocket $250 for the month. You might be wondering, like, what did you have to spend on inventory and all that? I did spend a good amount of money on inventory, but that didn't come out of my pocket. So it doesn't really, I'm not counting it in this because of that reason alone. The $250 comes just from the softwares that it takes to run this business. You can always get credit cards, and you can realistically get as many as you want to on the business end. So it doesn't really impact you too much. But if you did want some reference, this is exactly how much my inventory did cost. Depends on your return on investment that you do on products. So maybe you don't have to spend this much. Maybe you'll have to spend a little bit more, depending on if you have lower or higher return on investment products that you're investing into. But to break down that $250, we've got one, just the Amazon account, $40 a month. Keepa to be able to analyze the product history. 19 euros a month comes out to around $20 to $21 a month. SellerAmp to be able to calculate your profit. $20 a month here, 1,000 lookups. Could be maybe like $10 more or so, depending on how many products you're looking at. But right there, $80. BQL for repricing. So it'll reprice through an AI software that will work while you sleep, work all day long also, and get you those sales. Could be lower for your cost if you're newer. I had to go with this $100 a month here because I had over 100 listings at the time throughout those other 5 months. If you're just starting out, you could easily, most likely, get away with this 100. And then we've got Inventory Lab here, which is this program that tells you the accounting, and it keeps track of all of your buy costs and everything that you enter in. So that way you can actually know how much you're making, how much your buy cost is, and all of that. And that is $69 a month here. So we've got 40, 60, 80, 180, and then 250 right here. Quick interruption to the video, guys. If you have been thinking about starting your own Amazon business and you don't want to miss this best time of year to start with Q4 right around the corner, click the link in the description and don't miss the opportunity. I help Amazon sellers do this exact thing every single day. Do weekly group calls. You have unlimited access to me where I can help you with anything that you need and make sure that you can achieve your goals. I even help check products for people to make sure that they don't end up with products that don't sell and they're not guessing and just shooting in the dark. So if that is something you're interested in, like I said, don't miss this opportunity and let's get after it. Now that you know exactly what you need to get set up, also take advantage of all the free trials of these. The only one that doesn't have a free trial is Amazon and Keepa. Keepa is instant $20 a month. You get 14 days on SellerAmp, you get 14 days on BQL, and 14 days here as well. So once you have all of those things set up, you need to then go ahead and find products to be able to sell. So inside of SellerAmp and through Amazon listings, like if I was to just open up this product here randomly, or just go in and search anything in Amazon. You could search a specific brand if you want, just any product really works. You'll scroll down inside of SellerAmp here once you have the extension installed, and you'll see all of these FBA and FBM logos here. All you have to do is just click on one of those, open them up in a new tab, and you'll get a product page like this through SellerAmp. So I've got one pulled up here. You can sort by brand if you want to. You can sort by categories. Depends on whatever you're looking for. So just right off the bat, we're going to go through these products, open a few of them up, see if we can find some good products here. The only things that you really need to worry about is BSR under 200,000 here, 200K. And then just make sure that maybe Amazon's not on the listings. But when you're doing stuff in December, you're going to be merchant fulfilling it. So if you don't get sales, you can easily return the product in time to your supplier and get your money back, as long as they do accept returns, of course. So we'll just go ahead and open some of these up. The Amazon one I did open up because I want to be able to see if there's other sizes, colors on that product page that Amazon maybe isn't on there. So first off, just looking at the Keepa charts here. This doesn't look amazing. It looks really good on the offer count. This pricing dropping down, not a huge deal because it has been flattened out for the last month or so. So it's not a huge issue here. And because of that, what we'll do is we'll just look up and see if we can get a buy cost for these and then check out the other sizes and stuff. And when I say variations, I mean all of these different colors and sizes through the 4 pages and then down here as well. You can look at all of them. And I show that in a lot of my videos because it does usually end up becoming profitable products more than one. If either the first one's good or not, you'll either get more out of it or you'll at least get one out of it. So we've got this product right here, and they do have extra 30% off right here. Every time you want to look for a email discount code here. So we've got a sign up and save 10% on your purchase. If you don't see one down here, just Google, for example, Calvin Klein discount code, something like that, email sign up discount, anything like that, and it will work. You should also have the Capital One shopping extension. It doesn't have any here for Calvin Klein, but most of the time it will have it. You can use Retail Me Not, Cooper, Coupon Birds, all that other stuff as well. And when we first got into this page also, you would have seen the Rakuten logo show up for the cashback and top cashback as well. Don't ever count those into your buy cost. It's essentially a recipe for disaster because you may not get it. And also, if you do get it, you're only getting paid 4 times a year. So if you have to pay off your credit cards, then you won't be able to do that. You'll have to front the money for it. Then if you do that and you end up not getting it for whatever reason, because some sites have rules against using gift cards or other things don't qualify for cash back. So if you don't get it, then you have to go in, update your buy costs. You might end up being either way less profitable than you thought, or sometimes maybe even in the negative, depending on the percentage, because sometimes it does get up as high as 20% for cash back during the holiday season. So we've got our $26.60 price here, 30% off in cart, so minus 30%, minus our 10% off coupon. And then we've also got gift cards here through Cardbear that are discounted. And right now it is a little bit lower than usual. So it's not looking like we're going to be able to get it down there. But we do know that this is our final buy cost here. So what I do is I push this up to find where our 25% is. And it's looking like it's going to be somewhere right around that. Yep. So 30.25. So what I do with this, we don't expect to sell this product at this price. Definitely not, because it was up there, but it's not anymore. We'll come into variations, sort by buy box highest to lowest just by clicking on this twice. If you don't have your column set up like this, definitely move them around to look like this. This is the most important information here. And we'll just open these up that have good offer count history, just moving throughout, that are above our 30.25 price here. And none of these are very good here. They also, a lot of them have Amazon on them, so we don't really want to worry about those. This one, price is falling a little bit, so that's not great. Could be correlated with this offer count movement going up a lot. This one's looking about the same with the offer count, but price is a little bit more stable. Not really. And that is where we hit our bottom there. So I'm just going to copy this buy cost and I'm going to throw it into here. And we do have a really good product right here. And this isn't too concerning at all. it has been down here, and we would be good at this price here because that's only 30 cents less than what we're at now. And what we can do is come in here, see if it's merchant fulfilled offers. And during December, you're going to want to pay attention to these. During normal times of the year, you wouldn't. You would just expect to make at least 35, 39, or maybe 37 range. But since we're doing this video in prep for Q4, we're going to flip this switch here, which is definitely going to make our profit go up because it takes away the fulfillment fee in here for FBA, but then we have to substitute that with our shipping costs. And you can always check the weight of something here, 3.5 ounces, probably around $3 to $4, and we'll go 4 on the high end. So it is right about the same, just a little bit more on the profit side. And we're still good even if we go up to 5, 6, 7, $8 in shipping, which isn't going to happen, but we'll still be able to make our profit here. So with $4, this is a decent price. And if we went down to 34 or say even 33, we're still good here. 33, still good, 43%. We can even just see, just for the reference here, what would our bottom price be? And it'd probably be around 25, 25 again, maybe. It's pretty close. But we do have a lot of room to move. So that's something that I definitely like to check. And it's way below this, so we don't have to worry about it at all, since that is the case. So if we just click on that, it'll bring it back down here. This is definitely a good product. Offer count is moving very fast. A lot of people selling out, some people starting to come back in. Buy box is reaching even up to 38 FBA offer. Depends what it looks like during Q4 December to see if we could get that if the merchant fulfilled ones are going up there. Because FBA guys can definitely price higher than merchant fulfilled because they have the advantage of prime shipping. Amazon favors that over regular merchant fulfilled shipping. But when it comes to around like halfway through November to December timeframe, you're going to see a lot of products that are usually like 75 to 90% merchant fulfilled. So we don't have to worry about that at all. And we'll just grab our buy cost again, come over here, and this isn't looking the best. We are profitable here. So this is something that I would potentially watch, because when you see something like this, very steep offer count movement from what it really was for a while, then you do start to see this kind of price downtrend here. And we don't want it to keep going down. We do have a very big margin here. But just in case, when you're doing merchant fulfilled, it's not a horrible idea to just buy a product like this because you will get it a lot faster. You will be able to move the product quicker, so maybe you won't be affected as much by that. And even here with our merchant fulfilled shipping in here, we're still making about 50 cents more every single unit. And even if we have to go up to $5, it is also fine. Once you start doing some orders of the same products, you'll start to see what the shipping cost will be. Like if you ordered this first size, sold maybe 10 of them, you'll see what the shipping cost would be to be able to look at this next product that's just a different color and a different size, rather than just guessing at that point. So that way you can turn it into a repeatable process there. And we've got the next one, which is looking about the same as the other one, just a little bit more stable here. Price still decreasing a little bit because offers are going up like this. A little bit smaller on the margin on this one, but still, even if it's merchant fulfilled like we're doing for this video, we've got our $4 profit here. It is a little bit higher again. Even if it's $5, we're just a little bit under. So not a huge thing to worry about here, since we'll be doing merchant fulfilled, and that is these two guys that are dragging this down. Not a great thing, but also still a very profitable product here, and something that you could potentially do a lot of units of across these three products right here. This one we'll just get rid of, and we will move on to the next one here, which is a different product. So Amazon is all over this listing. Just want to see first, before we do all the work, is there any that look good before we go and do buy cost calculation and all that, so I don't waste your guys' time on this product if that is the case. And it's looking like some of them are pretty good offer count movement. So we'll just go ahead and see what we can get here for this price. And this is definitely tank top. So sub that out because sometimes as you can see, this title was different than the other there. So we'll just go ahead and see. This is going to be that right here. And we've got a 34.65, and we're just going to apply the same exact discounts to this product as the last one. So we've got our 30% off here, we've got our 10% off, and then we've got our 3% off here also. So our bottom is going to be pretty deep down there compared to what it was. So it's probably going to be around 38. Yeah, see here. So we've got a little bit of ways to go. 38.36. So we'll just call it 38.30 for this. And that is going to be from this one upwards. So not too many options to pick from here. Actually, just the one. So that is all right. But we've got our price in there. We've got good numbers and everything. This is a little bit of a slower mover. It has started to pick up a little bit with some people coming in and out here. But if I saw it just like this right here, maybe like right here, I wouldn't buy into a product that looked like this. Definitely not, because nobody's selling out. It's only going up. Now, because of this little bit right here where some people have sold out, it's not a huge problem. But even so, it does look like a bit of a slower mover here. We can also just check if it is in stock, because that is definitely something that you want to do. And this is, okay, wasn't sure why there were 3 white logos there, but it is in stock. Not amazing though. People are starting to, like I said, starting to sell out a little bit there. But let's just check the merchant fulfilled here. And this will be £1. So it could get up to as high as maybe $6 to $7 here. So maybe not a great idea, because if it is 6, you are profitable at 27%. But at 7, you're a little bit under the criteria for 25%, which I recommend everybody to stick to. It just makes things a lot easier. Just in case price does fall, you have a lot more room to still make money before you get close to your break even. So it's not a complete waste of your time and capital there. So I probably wouldn't recommend this kind of product because of that reason. So we can just go ahead and look at the next one here. See what our chart's looking like. This again, just not really a fast mover here. Very slow product, and this price is way up there for that. So this would normally be at 27.82, which would make our cost 12.79 there. And we do have the same exact price for this one, so we can just go ahead and copy this over. We'll probably need that same 38 price range here, maybe a little bit more actually on this one. Yeah, so it's looking like we're gonna need decent amount more here, just in case. We'll just check it and see what's going on with it. So yeah, 39.50 here. And there's actually only 2 variations, and this is the one that we're looking at. So this product I would just skip through, because you're going to want to make this as efficient as possible when you're looking for products, so that way you don't waste extra time and you can get the most out of your sourcing sessions here. So this one looks decent. It was on a downtrend for a while, but again, it has flattened out for the last like month or so here. So it's and only going up really, not really dipping down except for this little bit, which doesn't really matter at all. So we've got our 5 packs here, which is going to be this product. These are all higher up. This is a 5-pack also, but it could just be the same listing with the different colorways. Yeah, 42.90, 42.90, and this is going to be that same one. Okay, so we've got 42.90, and then we'll run the same discounts as we had before, which is going to be 30%, and then minus our 10%, and we are already good off that, but you want to maximize how much profit you can make every time. So don't just buy a product without buying gift cards or using the other 10% off code just because it's profitable. You never know where price is going to go, 1, and 2, you always want to make as much money as you possibly can. That's why we're doing this business, is to make money here. So right now, this is not a great sign for merchant fulfilled, but during December, all that time of year, it most likely we'll turn around and go into that. So we'll just check again and see what's our weight here. 13 ounces. So probably like 5 to 6 range here for this one. This is in between the other two. And we're definitely good either way. So very good product right here. Nothing to really worry about. Even if you were to send this into FBA, it would be really good. So knowing that, we'll just see if we can turn this into a couple more here. And we'll run it down all the way. So right around $46, just to see if they do have other ones that are going to be profitable as well. And we'll copy this here. And we will see anything above 49. So we'll just go, or 46, sorry. So we'll just go ahead and find the 46 and go up from there, which is going to be right here, which this is not a great sign. Also, Amazon is all over these. So we'll just skip past that. This one is on a downtrend, but it did flatten out. And that is a different product also there. This one, not horrible, but this could be the same product here. No, it's different. So we'll go ahead and open that one up too. These are different, which it would be worth taking a look for something like this also if you're doing sourcing on your own. CQ. So this is ours right now that we've got. This one's not horrible either. This one looks not great, but we'll just run through, see if we can get some of these also and evaluate them just for the sake of this video. This one's actually not bad. It wasn't falling as much as it looked like to me in a quick second when we just looked at it. This is also a really good product here, and we'll just run through the merchant fulfilled 5 to 6 again. Definitely good. So it has stayed pretty flat. It did dip down a little bit, but really not that much over the span of 3 months. I mean, it's an $8 difference, but it wasn't like a steep drop off. It has flattened back out here, and it's not really something to worry about that much in my perspective, at least. So this is definitely another good product to test out. And then we've got this one here. Numbers look good. Not great either. I mean, it's half and half pretty much. Offer count going up like this is not a great sign. Could potentially keep going down. I would probably watch something like this for maybe like a week. Just check it back every few days, see what it looked like. If it stayed flat, go for it. If it didn't, then maybe have some caution in that also. You do have a lot of room to move. That's the other thing. We know that we can go all the way down to 46 here, and we're at 52. So you got a $6 gap in there, which isn't really that small. It's a pretty big gap to have. So merchant fulfilled also definitely good there on the pricing. Just depends on if you want to purchase this, potentially have to send it back, that kind of thing. It's all up to everybody else's preference. I don't personally mind buying stuff and then if it tanks, sending it back. I do that constantly when that happens. I never just settle for either like really low ROIs or just negatives. It just doesn't really make sense to me. And this one also, same thing, pretty good. 49 there though, that is our bottom. So, oh, actually we do have a lot of room to move. It was lower than that. I forgot. So yeah, we're good here. A lot of people selling out real quick right there. Definitely a good option to have. And if we do return to that 49, I'll just check that and see. So 5 to 6, good on both ends. If it's 55 that we capture, even better. So this is the exact process that I want you guys to run through when you're looking for leads for Q4 and testing them. If you come across something that looks like all FBA during December, you can still test it out. It doesn't mean don't go for it. It just might not be as merchant fulfilled friendly, but it's better to try stuff if you have the available capital and get sales rather than never try it and never know. Because at that point, you're only hurting yourself if you don't just try stuff. That's what this whole business is about. Try, potentially make a lot of money, potentially fail on some stuff, and just repeat the process with the information that you learn from what you do test. If you guys have any questions about anything I went over in this video, or there's any other videos you want topics on, definitely leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.